Hello, folks of YouTube. My name is Salemchevy, and welcome back yet again to this Minecraft world. Now, this is going to be the first video that I've uploaded in a while where it's actually me talking inside my random encounters. But, I feel like this is one that I need to upload because people's voices need to be heard about this on this matter because this deals with the gaming world, you see. And, what's going to be talked about in this video is the Game Awards 2020. And I'm sure a lot of you watched it last night. As for me, I didn't watch it, but I listened to it off my phone because I knew how it was going to go, even though I was optimistic that it wouldn't go like it was going to go. But it went like I thought it would anyway. And I feel like I should talk about it because I think some of you feel the same way too about it. So to start off with, there was about 10 awards that was given out last night, aside Game of the Year. Alright. Well, and there's one game that won 8 of the 10 awards given last night, and it really shouldn't have gotten it considering the fan base's field tour. Like, it should have gotten some of them by all means, but the ones that it gotten, it shouldn't have gotten. Just to name a few. But the game in question is The Last of Us Part 2. Now, I haven't played the game. I've seen people play it. I've heard people talk about it. And by all means, the game's beautiful. On the PS4, the graphics are great. The environment, just everything about it aside the story is great. Now the story, it's just pure dog shit. Like it's just character suicide at the highest form, and then denial on it in the highest form too. But the gist of The Last of Us 2 that I get, because I'm not playing that game whatsoever, only if it becomes free on PlayStation Plus. That's the only way I'll ever play. But anyway, the point is, that game butchered the living shit out of the first game. Alright? Now, in the first game, it deserved every award it got, every review. It was well warranted. The fan base agreed. Everyone agreed. It was a beautiful game. It was a, masterpiece. It really was, too. And heck, I still play it, and I've been meaning to finish up the little series that I've been doing on it that I actually quit a while back. And I actually don't know why I quit, but I'm going to go back to that. But anyway, The Last of Us Part 2 takes place about 5-6 years later after the events of The Last of Us Part 1. Alright. Well, I'm sure that most of you know what the events are, so I'm not going to name them. But I am going to name all the awards that The Last of Us Part 2 got last night that I feel, maybe you feel the same way, it shouldn't have gotten, maybe. Although I'm going to talk about each one. Alright, so the Game Awards 2020, it was held last night, where the show was pretty much stolen, literally stolen, by The Last of Us Part 2. It got Game of the Year 2020. It also won the best direction, the best narrative, best action/adventure game, best innovation in accessibility, audio design, and performance for Laura Bailey. Alright, so you see with these here, the only ones that I feel it should have gotten was audio design and action/adventure. Those are the only two I feel like that game should have gotten. Okay? And here's the reason why. The direction of the game was dog shit. It literally was, based off what I've seen. And it was character suicide. Like, Ellie from the first game, we got this sense from, taking her around the country trying to find the fireflies. And her DLC, she's this kind of goofy kid that wants to see the world, understand it, but, can survive in it, but still be a kid. Like, collects joke books, that kind of stuff. But in the second game, there's this clip that I remember seeing, and I believe it was from Angry Joe, that she killed this like girl playing on a Game Boy, and then she doesn't even go to pick up the Game Boy. Like, I mean, it's an overlooked detail, of course, but like, it just seems kind of odd that she wouldn't do it, given we know how her character is. I mean, that's an odd thing on that. And then the other thing is too is that you play like 28 hours of the game, which takes about 28 hours to beat, from what I've heard. You're trying to kill this Abby lady, after a little while in the game, who kills Joel, which is easy enough to kill her, just saying, who kills Joel, you track her down, you have your hands around her neck, and then she decides not to kill her because killing's wrong. After you killed like hundreds of different creatures and humans and stuff, you decide not to kill her because killing's wrong. I mean, that just sounds like, suicide on the character's part. And it's not even the characters themselves, the people that play it, it's just the writers who decided to do it like that. Alright, so that was the direction. Now the narrative, I believe, is kind of the same as direction, but the narrative is, the same for the most part, I believe. Because, I mean, it's just, why, in the name of Almighty, would you do your game like that? Do injustice for the people who've waited so long for this game, including myself, mind you, to just give us that. It's basically, mainstream bullcrap on top of just accept it and play it because it's a zombie game. It's like basically the new Star Wars movies. You kill monsters. You see the characters you love tarnished and belittled. Make way for the new ones. And I mean, why? Why would you do that? I don't know. Now, adventure / action game. I feel that game does deserve it. I do feel The Last of Us Part 2 does deserve that one, because it can get pretty intense, and it's pretty fun to do too, from what I've seen. There's a little bit of choice, open world concept, exploring what's left of the world and everything. I think that's pretty good. But now, innovation in accessibility, that one it shouldn't have gotten from what I've seen, because all they really did was take out a few guns from the first game, give you like 3 more, and give you the ability to crouch. How in the hell is that innovation? Seriously, how is that innovation? Like, innovation would be having the ability to craft different kinds of stuff. And sure, you can put suppressor, like an oil filter, on your gun for a suppressor. But like, upgrade your gun with optics and receivers and stuff, or the ability of choice and stuff. Like, how cool it would have been in the end? That probably would have saved the game a little bit if they had included it. At the end of the game where you're about to kill Abby and Ellie decides not to, if they gave the choice to the player, like press square to kill her, or press circle to save her and redeem her. How cool that would have been? That would have been innovation. That would have been really cool innovation. But no. No, no, no. And then, audio design. It does deserve audio design. It really does, too. I mean, the music, the environment, make a little noise, and the clickers that come after you and stuff. I mean, it does deserve that one. It really does. Alright. And then here's one that people might say I'm a sexist for, but really I'm just thinking on this. The only reason she got this one is for a reason that's kinda sexist in itself, in my opinion, but whatever. And then this award is a performance award for Laura Bailey. Now, this one, if you don't already see it, is basically she only got this because basically she played a gay woman that killed a straight man that ended up not dying in the end. That'll probably be the main character of the third installment. And I mean, I'm not trying to hate on her or nothing. It's just that she didn't deserve it because Ellie, the character, the lady who played as Ellie, deserved it way more than her because you fucking played as Ellie for so goddamn long. You have more of a connection to Ellie than fucking Abby. I mean, you're pissed off that Abby killed Joel from the first game, so why in the fuck would you want to play as her, let alone give her an award? I mean, come on. I mean, I'm trying not to get mad, but it's infuriating because to me it tells me that the Game Awards have been overruled by Master Sony in order to give their pissy piss game from Naughty Dog the best reviews, the best scores, all this other stuff. Perfect this, perfect that, when the community is saying, no, it's not. And you see, most people agree. Alright, the environment is good, the action is good. You know, there's a lot of things in the game that is good. And you know there is. But the story, if the story is dog shit in a narrative-driven shooter, then half the fucking game is useless and pointless. I mean, it's a narrative-driven third-person shooter. That's what it is. And in a game that's about the story, if the story does not complement the action well, then the game is useless. It's useless to play and learn what the story is. You know, for so many years with the first game, we wondered what exactly happened when Joel killed all those people in that hospital to get to Ellie and save them. You know, when he killed Marlene, did the fireflies crumble? I mean, I don't know, because I didn't play the second game. You know, I've only seen bits and pieces. But, you know, there's the questions that we were wanting that never got answered. You know, they actually never got answered. And it's just so upsetting that a game that most people don't really like won so many awards at the Game Awards that it's just a slap to the face of what the Game Awards actually is. And granted, there hasn't really been that many great games come out this year. You know, you got Final Fantasy VII Remake, Miles Morales Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I mean, those games are all great and all, but it would have been so much better if some of those games got some awards too, aside fucking The Last of Us got 80%. I mean, come on. I don't know. It's just an opinion, remember that. If you share the same opinion, let me know down in the comments below. But, short video. Had to do a rant, because it's well warranted, I think. But, I don't know. Have to see how this plays out in the next few days on the internet. But as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.